I will say I really liked this episode, and I think I said that about a lot of the episodes.
Yeah, you said that every
I
time.
enjoy the fun. I'm sorry.
Verbatim.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like, that's the thing is because even though we've played the game, I'm excited to see what they do keep from the game and what they, like what they change. So I never know what's gonna happen. Like whenever it comes to like, oh, we're gonna start this way because the way they started this episode off was wild.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I had to take a quick call.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's very. I kind of have mixed emotions about it, right?
yeah,
Like normal. There's
yeah.
very great things in this episode, but there's also some things I'm very concerned about.
Mhm.
I love the opening. Also, was that Josh Peck?
It was Josh Peck, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was. I was
Well,
like, look, bro, this is what I did. I was like,
yeah,
fucking Josh
dude,
Peck? What?
I popped so hard, bro. I was like, oh shit, Josh! Oh, rewind it. We're right back. I got here. I love that he was just telling this fucking story about some dude. It was funny as shit. But I mean, this is our introduction to Isaac.
Isaac, dude. He's a G. I love Isaac.
Bro,
Even as a
I'm
fucking villain, I
I'll
love him.
tell you, my favorite scene from this entire episode was him interrogating the Seraphite. I love that entire scene. It was fucking crazy, but I love that scene.
I love the backstory about the cooking ware and stuff too.
Mhm. Dude, my favorite part in the whole thing though was like literally when the Seraphite was like, "You're gonna lose," and he asked why, and he was like, "Because there's every day there's a wolf coming to us looking to join. Not one of us is going to try to be a wolf. It's like you're losing people day and day, and then like he tries to threaten him with the pan again. He said he put his hand out like, "Yeah, go ahead and do
Yeah,
that shit. Could
he
dare
gave up.
you." But it
Gone.
was wild. Like, I did not expect him to do what he did. You know what I mean? Like the beginning, because like I know who he is,
Yeah.
but we didn't get to his like whole backstory, and the fact that he just pulls this one random dude out of the SWAT truck, and then goes talks to the leader of the rebellion, then comes back and just tosses two grenades in the fucking back and just says, and he looks at the dude. All right, make your choice. Like, what choice do I have? I have to go with you.
Could you
You
imagine
literally
that?
know
Hey,
everyone
rookie,
else.
come here. This is your first day as the ride along.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then the way he changed, like, bro, like it was the closest to like someone being racist or like a slur I've ever seen in my life. The way he was talking about the Seraphites,
Mhm.
called him an animal, fucking scum. I was like, God dang, bro, he changed so much. It was
Don't
like a few
sugarcoat it.
years.
I can take it.
Um, and again, I love Ellie and Dina's dynamic. I love how much they just like work this for me, and they did the take on me thing. You know what I mean? Like they did the song and Bella sung that, and I thought it was dope. Honestly,
Yeah, I've said 1,000 times. I think in the show, Dina herself just has this aura around her. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, she's so charismatic. She feels like an actual character, if that makes sense.
I agree.
Because in some movies or TV shows, you have like just like cardboard cutouts of people, or you have someone who's like,
Mhm.
there was I. Dina
Mhm.
has this aura around her. Like she's like for me, she's carrying the show.
Oh yeah, she's definitely killing this shit, bro.
She's
And I love it.
amazing.
And again, she's just smart, bro. I did immediately think when they were in that pharmacy and she said she had to go pee real quick. I immediately knew what she was doing was she was getting a pregnancy test. Like just
Yeah,
because like when she was getting sick, like off of small things,
called
she
it.
even said that later. She was like I know I've seen fucked up shit all the time. I don't normally throw up to it, but when that started happening, I was like, okay, well, I probably need to get it checked. And
Yeah, I
like,
can't give props enough to the world they have built.
oh my god, it's
Like
so
production
gorgeous.
value.
Everything, even like the little music shop, like you can see it looks run down, but it still looks fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how they do that. I really don't. But it's so dope. Um and what did you think about when they went into the news station? Like the bodies hanging and everything?
I thought it was wild.
Did you know that that was real people hanging?
I did not know.
Yeah, it was all the stuntmen, like legit stuntmen and stunt women, like being hung. Like they had to like get into like the stuff, and I saw the behind the scenes for that. That was fucking crazy.
Could you
That's
imagine
a
coming
no.
home, come to your old lady, be like, "How's your day, honey?" Like, well, it was a rough
Yeah,
one. I'm hanging
but
in there.
they said that they wanted to make it as realistic as possible. So like they felt like if they did like dummies or CGI, it wouldn't do it justice for that scene. So I was like, I get it. I don't think I would have signed up for it. Like you're not gonna ask me to do that, but
Imagine that
I
waiver.
get
We
it.
are not responsible for your certain death. You'll be on camera. We'll make sure that happens. Don't worry.
We'll see exactly when you pass away.
You know what? Also, I didn't expect the
Oh.
full frontal nudity that we got.
Oh yeah, from the Seraphite.
Slong and all. I was like,
But again, it makes sense. He's going to dehumanize him. Like he's not like gonna like let him wear whatever he was wearing. You know what I mean? And plus, more skin means I can burn more things on your body.
I mean, I get that, but I just wasn't expecting it because I had
I know.
children in the room with me.
I got you.
Luckily, nothing happened there because she was, playing on a tablet. But I was like,
Yeah.
well, surprise.
I was not expecting it either. I was like, oh, okay, all right then. Like just chilling. There was literally one thing in this episode that I did not like, and it's something I've told to you. I've told to like this guy at work that I talked to about it. I did not want to see Ellie and Dina having sex.
Finger banging. Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I'm glad they stopped it where they stopped it. But like for a second, I was like, no, don't do the whole thing, please. Don't, just no, because they got me. Because I thought, because again, in the game, it happens so early on. It happens before even Joel dies. You know what I mean? And again, in the game, all we see them is like in like tank tops and underwear kissing, and then that's it. And I was like, if that's all we get, that's all we get. Great. I don't need to go further. I do not need more than that. But when they fell to the ground and she started unbuttoning her pants, I was like, okay, well, they'll probably just cut it right here. And then Ellie puts her hand in her pants, and I was like, no, please stop.
Yeah, they went wild with it. I was like, well, alrighty then.
They were wild. But I also enjoy that scene so much because, like, Ellie was like, I don't want to lose Dina. And she saw that she was about to get attacked she's about to get attacked. So she puts her hand out there, gets bit and everything, gives them enough time to shoot the infected. And of course, what is Dina gonna do? Dina doesn't know that she's like, Dina doesn't know that shit. She doesn't know she's
that close. That close. It's almost game over.
And just like full tears, bro. I love that shit. And
I love the chase scene. The chase scene was good as well.
Yeah, bro. Like the underground subway station.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite. Besides the end, not the ending, the beginning when Isaac threw that curve ball and threw those grenades in there. It's probably my second favorite part of the show for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, it was amazing. It was like just the cinematography on it alone was beautiful. Them running through all that stuff, and then like just like them like breaking down in that moment because like Ellie's scared she's gonna die. Dina's worried that she's gonna turn, and then they get to the realization of that. But then Dina's just like, well, she said she was scared that she was about to lose Ellie and was gonna have this life that she wanted. So she told her, "Look, I'm pregnant," and they just they have sex or whatever, and then
yeah. You're okay?
The next day is the whole realization.
Let's get busy.
Yeah. And the whole next day was just like the realization of like how they feel about each other, and I'm cool with that. I'm happy. I'm legit happy that we're going where we're going with them as of right now. Uh, I kind of agree with like the guy I was talking to this about this at work. It doesn't seem like this version of Ellie would leave Dina. You know what I mean? Like how the game goes. With spoilers, sorry, but um, because she seems a lot more carefree than the Ellie like in the game. Like she's a little more
Emotionally
like
grounded.
yes.
Yeah.
But my thought is I think when she finally sees Abby, that will change. Because she's gonna get flooded with all these emotions from Joel. Like the whole thing with Joel, like where she's just like everything goes out the fucking window.
Well, the
This is
thing
why
about Ellie is very impulsive.
yeah.
And especially part two, she starts getting a little bit more grounded in her decisions. But still, that's part of her personality. And yeah, in that moment, you can have to choose, which is more important. This mission I've literally risked my life on, or trying to take a step back and recalculate and refocus my mission here.
Yeah.
Because that also goes back to, if she's going to do all that, not saying she is, because we know where this is going, taking that step back and trying to recalculate, hey, is it even worth it? Then you start to realize that maybe the townspeople who voted against it was kind of right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that dynamic there is going to be the fork in the road. But I agree. I feel like this Ellie is very much emotionally grounded, and at this point, it's almost like Dina is a crutch for her.
Mhm.
So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes.
Like it's almost a
Because
thing
they're
where
switching stuff up already.
yeah, it's almost at a point where I feel like uh if Dina were to say like give like a solid argument, like hey we should go back, like maybe just because of the baby or whatever, that theoretically Ellie would be like yeah let's go. I mean Dina's obviously not going to give her that option because how the story is supposed to go. So like I can almost see that as an option. It wouldn't make sense story wise, but like in a real world scenario, I think that could happen with how Ellie's being portrayed in this.
Yeah, for the first time, I actually watched the after credits about what's happening next week,
Uh-huh.
and not sure if we should discuss that or not, but I also think that the next big twist in it is gonna play a bigger role in Dina's role in the film or the
Yeah,
show. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Catch my
yeah.
drift?
Yeah, I get you.
I think that's gonna be the out for that.
Yeah,
Trying to
and
keep it
then
spoiler free.
they also kind of like introducing like a new character too. At least that's what they're hinting at. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. What's crazy is I feel like until the end of this, and this isn't spoiling anything, this is speculation. I feel like it's gonna be until the end of this until we see Abby again.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Abby until maybe like the very last episode of.
I'm hella surprised at that. Like I really am. Because you think about it now, we're technically over half of the season, even though we're only 4 episodes in.
But again, that follows the storyline from the game because, like, game wise, we were literally just Ellie. We're seeing how Ellie sees all this stuff. And again, I think when we start season 3, we'll switch over to Abby, and we're gonna see how Abby went
Her
through it.
perspective of it.
Exactly, like all the things that are happening now for Ellie, we're gonna see because like Abby's already passed this. Like she's already like moved back into Seattle and all that other stuff. So we're gonna see things like how they interact with the Seraphites and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that too.
And I know it sounds like a broken record, but it's still so bizarre to me that we only have 3 episodes left.
I know.
That's crazy to me. Like it's like I'm in the damn Twilight Zone. Like this isn't real life. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't know what all we're gonna get in these last 3 episodes. I mean, I can see like the vision for the next episode, but then again, I don't know how far they'll take it. Like, I don't know how far they're gonna go. So, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, they're jumping pretty fast from episode to episode. So
They don't feel like it though. Like, I mean, they are. But like, when I'm in I'm watching the episode, it just doesn't feel like they've jumped like super far ahead in any particular way. And again, the set designs amazing. Like the actual theater that they're in, bro. I felt like I was literally looking at it from the game's perspective. You know what I mean? Like it was cool how they were able to design that whole thing like that.
yeah, the world they built, like I said, I mean, that's the best part of the show, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I can vouch for forever.
Oh yeah.
Like I've
That
noticed
was
little things like during the chase scene, like the signs, the fonts, the colors, the gates that's overgrown with like weeds and stuff.
yes,
It's literally almost copy and paste,
yeah.
and that's dope.
I absolutely love that.
Also, in that subway scene,
mhm.
uh, when everybody goes quiet and you start hearing I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, here we go. I've been waiting for this. That little
And I love-
sound bite like really got me hyped. I was like, man, this is it.
And I love Dina just counting how many clickers there are. When she got to like 5, I was like, okay, yeah, that's too many already. So you might as well just dip.
Time to go.
Oh shit! But like I said, that shit would have been crazy. Just like imagine, like legit in that situation, you're literally just trying to find these 2 people who like attacked you. Like if you're the WLF,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're being attacked by a swarm of infected out of nowhere. Like
If it was me, I would. Again, I'm not in charge. You know, if I had to take orders from the the main head honcho, I would always calculate whether the risk is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I saw 2 people running, and I know there might be like multiple infected down there, which I know they didn't know that beforehand.
yeah,
I'd be like, you know what? Just let them go. They're probably going to become lunch meat anyway.
mhm.
But then again, we wouldn't have a show if everybody thought like that. So
And I love how they're showing like how like revenge is like destroying these people and stuff. Because like literally WLF and the Seraphites are fighting because like somebody broke the truce or the treaty or whatever, right? And they're taking revenge on each other, and they're going to extremes. Like the WLF are like they've killed like the Seraphites' children, and then the Seraphites are like hanging up WLF soldiers with like their guts hanging out and stuff. Like just the fact that like these 2 sides are going, but like it's also doing the same thing to Ellie. Like because like she's so like I need to get back and kill the person who killed Joel, but she's willing to go through all of this to do that. Like it's just wild, and I love how they're portraying that. Honestly,
ain't it weird how that's a common? I wouldn't call it a trope, but like a common thread between like movies and TV shows, because not only is humanity faced with like one of the most dangerous threats ever, but the other threat is other people,
yeah,
because people just cannot, you know, get their
so
crap together and work together. It's all about power, revenge. It's crazy.
It's like they basically split into groups of people, and like one's going like more of a religious route, and the other ones are going more of like a military route. And like however you want to do it in this situation, that's fine. But for whatever reason, these 2 are like going at each other because of like just like simple ground. Y'all are killing each other and also getting killed by the infected because y'all can't coexist. You know what I mean? Like neither one of them. It's not like they're like opposing sides. You know what I mean? Because it's not like military is the opposite of religion. It's you just
Yeah. That was pretty good.
It's just crazy. But what was it that gave you mixed feelings about this episode? 'Cause you said you had mixed feelings.
Pacing.
Pacing.
Pacing. Same issue I had with season 1. So overall, I really enjoyed the episode, right?
Yeah.
Like I did. But it's my argument kind of collapses on itself. But in my mind, like even though these episodes are an hour long, which is pretty long for episodes,
Yeah.
it feels like they're telling the story, but only picking the highlighted parts. It's almost like they're speed running the story. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like once Joel died, Ellie found out everything about Abby and him, which makes sense because Dina was there. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they get to Seattle. And then at the end of this, they're like, oh my God, there they are. Which I'm sure there's more adventure to that. But me personally, I would just like to see the actual steps. Like instead of jumping from step 1 and 2, I would like 1A, 1B. Does that make sense?
I get you. But like you also have to think like from the travel, like basically we would just be watching them like on horseback going to Seattle, like for like an extended period, or fighting infected. Because all that really happens in between them leaving Jackson and going to Seattle was literally just travel, fight some infected, get some information, get health stuff or ammo, travel, and then like you get to Seattle, and then you just go through Seattle like to find the WLF. So
Well,
like
I even mean like the Dina relationship as well. It's like a slow burner at the same time, but it's also rushed at the same time to me. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I don't know how to put it in words. Like you go from that innocent kiss at the party to
Yeah.
them going on this journey, this eventual journey, to all of a sudden, hey, now I'm pregnant. Let's go finger bang. And the next morning we're together.
Yeah.
Like it just
Well,
happens.
I
And
think that
I
would be
feel
the
like
most
that rule of
logical.
thumb applies to the show. Like everything's just like let's hit the highlights.
I feel you, but like I do think that's the
Again,
most
if we had 10 to
logical.
12 episodes, I wouldn't have a problem with this. Like we only have 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
That's my issue. Pacing.
No.
Solid episode. I still really like the show. It's just pacing is not for me. Like it throws me off every episode. But no, I mean that's just me though.
No. Perfectly valid. Like I said, I don't see that as much of an issue. I do wish they had more episodes because more content we get out of it. There's other things we could throw in there. We can learn a lot more about like these other characters. But I understand that's not like I doubt the director of the show and Neil, so Craig and Neil. I doubt they came together and was like, you know what? We're only going to do 7 episodes for season 2. I'm sure they were given that was what they were given. It was like, look, we can only afford to pay for like 7 episodes of stuff. You got to think about how much money they are putting into it. So like they're having to like condense things and take things out, push things forward, and obviously that's a hard thing to do. Like, and I'm not saying you're like shitting on them for that or whatever. 'Cause, like, it's just like a personal preference how you would want it. Because like again, if we were directing this, there's probably a lot of things that we would do different. We would change some things and have to keep some things the same way. But it's just TV. Like I feel like it's just like you're given something and you just kind of have to work with it.
Yeah, I just did some research and all of these are written by Craig, right?
Yeah.
But so
More
far, every episode has had a different director.
That's what they did in season 1 too, I think.
So episode 1 was directed by Craig. The second episode was Mark Mylod.
Mhm.
3 was Peter Horde. This one, day one, was Kate Herron.
Yeah.
And the next one will be Stephen Williams. And number 6 will actually be Neil himself. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
All right, let's see how that goes.
You know, that's the thing about TV too. Like, you know, if you have a film, you have a director, an assistant director, a co-director. But if you do a TV show, it's almost like it's the norm to have a different director every episode. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
Playing the
I mean-
same role, same story, different director every time. Strange.
I guess different perspective each time too. You know what I mean? Because it's like we've done little short films and stuff like that. And if like the time it was just like you directed the whole thing, and then the next one I directed the whole thing, it'd be completely different. I feel like it would. But like when we collect stuff, because like you'll take over, I'll take over, we'll bounce back and forth. Like we're literally just bouncing off each other, so we can kind of combine our ideas. But I feel like if it was literally just like you're directing, like everything we say is what you say or whatever, that's how we're gonna do it, and then I did it the next time, it'd be different perspectives. And I think that's why they're doing that, is because like, so how can you show us like what's going here, like, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, show us how you would do this right here. How would you change this? I mean, obviously they're working with the same script, but like a lot of stuff like gets improvised sometimes. So like sometimes you have to change things on the fly or whatever. And we've done that before. You know what I mean? We wrote out a script and had to change it like in the middle because of like something.
Yeah, sometimes you have to compromise.
Yeah.
But even if we had millions of dollars to make a project, I imagine they have to compromise as well, because they have to do what the studio and the distributors allow. You know,
Exactly.
that's a whole nother headache, I would imagine.
Oh, for sure.
I'm looking on this, the cinematographers, and believe it or not, they don't really have a long track list on them. So for what they're doing, they are phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It's, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Casey Anna and Catherine.
Well, shout out to them.
That's my favorite part. Cinematography on point.
It's like I said, they put you in the world. You know what I mean? Like if you've seen the game and you see that, it's amazing that they're able to capture that so well. Because like some other places would have been like, you know, like we're just gonna put them in Seattle and we'll just like do this and like we'll make it look kind of overgrown. Or like no, they detailed that shit out. You know what I mean? Like they made this, like they made a whole fucking town just so you could have Jackson. You know?
Yeah, that's dedication there.
Wild.
I saw this thing on Reddit, bro, that The Last of Us, I think it was the episode before this, I believe. Or it might have been the one before that. That somebody spotted a D12 album in the background. I'm trying to find it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was like, look what I saw. Yep.
And then you also get like the very end, because we get like,
oh, you bastard,
Dina and Ellie having their like talk through. I also like Dina's like little backstory that with her mom, because her mom was like, no, you like boys, you don't like both. And that threw her off for so long in her life. But I like that afterwards, like they could hear the radio and like they're able to like, let's see.
Can you see that?
That was this episode. I can barely.
Blind ass.
Yeah, I can barely see it. I can't make anything out.
You don't recognize that album?
I can't do. All I see is yellow and black.
Well, you can actually see Bizarre. He's in the back.
Okay. I can't see
Get
it
it?
that I'm seeing.
You can't tell, but that's the cover art for the D12 Devil's Night.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah,
You got that on vinyl.
the classics.
Yeah.
Superman video. I was in the back. Yeah, I thought
But
that was pretty neat.
yeah, I like and then like how they get to the top of the roof and like and that's what you see again, that's how like emotionally like grounded Ellie is. She's like, okay, well, you kind of need to stay back because you're pregnant now. But she's also been just kind of like overprotective in that moment because like Dean is there to help you. You know what I mean? Like she literally came on this trip to help you do
What's
what
she
she
gonna
needed
do?
to do.
Go back? You know?
Exactly.
What's
But
she
she
gonna
goes,
do?
she can't. Like this is where she's at now. So like she was just like, no, we're gonna go together. That's what we're doing.
Just gonna sit back there and wait and eat that beef jerky.
Right? I did kind of laugh when like she made fun of her morning breath and like we're gonna fix that with beef jerky.
Yeah, she was like, I don't think that's gonna make it better. Dana's like, oh, it's gonna make it better. Trust me.
Also, what was it like when she was like when she said she knew that Ellie liked her? Ellie's like, how'd you know that? I was like being super cool about it. She's like, no, you fucking weren't. I feel like everybody knew she had a feeling for Dina. Like even Jesse knew that shit.
The dance scene alone, you know,
Oh,
really put that
long
out there.
because she's so super awkward and nervous around her. Like she's like, yes, you like her. We can see it.
Read between the lines. I am interested to see how they handle the next element that comes in. You know, not to talk about it yet, but
Yeah.
that really throws a wrench in things because you know
Yeah.
we talked about that in season 1, and it was kind of like, but now that really changes the whole dynamic of everything.
Yeah, because like I wouldn't expect them to say that. Maybe it's just in like deep, deep areas. You know what I mean? Because a lot of infected are kind of like underground anyway.
In the dark, yeah, places you normally wouldn't be.
Exactly. Like you normally wouldn't just go out of your way to go to this area type shit. That's kind of crazy. So I do want to see how they're able to get that in there and make it make sense.
And how to handle it, yeah.
Yeah, because if it's like, oh, now it can go everywhere, then you kind of lose me. But like if it's like fixated in like small areas, I'm okay with that. Because
I mean, if they do that, it's world domination. It also makes you wonder the whole principle behind it because what is this like 25, 30 years later at this point?
it's
Because
I
we
want to
jumped
say
20 years from season 1, right?
24 years, I believe.
So
Yeah, 'cause 20 years from season one, and then we're 4 years after that.
so 28 years.
Yeah,
It's almost 30 years. And if this is just now coming, that means it's evolving, you know? Also, like the stalkers are evolving, getting smarter.
yeah,
Like I said, you got to be careful because if you're not, it's going to turn into Resident Evil, and I don't want that.
facts.
Everybody's going to be wearing gas masks and shit. The birds are infected, you know?
Fair. What's his name was wearing a gas mask in season one. Bill.
That's
Uh, the
true.
first shot, the first shot we get of him is literally like him wearing a face mask coming out of like a building. So
Well, I imagine like when it first starts out, your mind goes to like, is it airborne?
I mean, I think you would like
Yeah, absolutely.
if they announce like, hey, like there's something going on. Like we probably the first thing is like, okay, it's probably airborne. We need to get some like really good gas masks and like cover up for that. At least until it's proven that it's not.
I know it's random, but you remember, I still have our gas mask. You remember ours? Because we used them stupidly. Shout out to Chubbs. But he asked us to do that collaboration video on Chucky.
Yeah,
And we're just like, let's throw these gas masks on for no reason. And we did that.
we were just being dumb.
Yeah. You can't take us seriously at all.
Never, not once.
That was fun though.
But overall, what would you rate the episode?
Let's see. What did I give the last one? I should really start writing these down.
Yeah. Let's see. I remember. I think one.
I gave the
was-
first one a 4 out
Yep.
of 10.
I think the next one you gave a 7, I believe.
I think
And
I gave
you
the
gave
last one a 6.
Yeah. And I think I was. I think I went 6, 7.5. Then I think I went 6 as well. That last one.
This one I would give it I'll give it a 6.5.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
5.
I'm gonna go 7. Like I don't think it was as good as episode 2, but I think it's the best episode besides episode 2 so far. Personally,
Yeah, I mean, like I'm really enjoying the show. It's just like the pacing for me is just
yeah.
FUCK with a capital F.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Then
like,
the next episode is going to be super slow. They're gonna just sit in the office and talk about the pregnancy.
I mean,
That's
like
all.
I don't mind the slow burner episodes.
I don't know.
It seems like we have a slow burner, and then we have a action sequence in the next one, and kind of fumbles back and forth.
Yeah.
But as far as like the structure of the storytelling, like I said, for me, it's just like highlight, highlight, highlight.
I got you.
Fuck the rest.
But I guess that's gonna be it. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. This episode we usually do these a lot longer, but I mean I gotta go to work, so it's not like I can sit here for too much longer.
Yeah, but I
So-
have to tend to my sick kids.
Yeah, so we had to kind of rush this a little bit, but I hope y'all enjoy. And until next time, guys.
Adios. We see you next.